Hey guys, it's Sweet Moon Bubble here. How are you? So today I feel like doing a little talk vlog because I haven't really caught up with you guys and um, really just talk about some really down to earth stuff for quite a while. And so because of that, I want to talk a little bit about um, discovering your passions. This had been on my mind for a good few days, and this was what drove me to really start this conversation today. And I mean, it's a casual one, but I've been wanting to talk about it for quite a while. And also because I know there are people out there that sometimes just wonder what are my passions and what's important to me. And yeah, I guess I can share some of my suggestions for that. And next thing is something that I guess musicians or people who aspire to be musicians might be wondering, because about music school, because I'm studying at music school right now, and I want to share some of my experience in there and just give you some more information on how I felt in there, what my experiences was, and what I suggest you to go, if you're interested in going to a music school, what I suggest you to go to a music school, or even take a course in music or anything like that, because music schools, I'm learning under a music degree, and there's different opinions, I guess, related to learning music, whether you should learn it professionally through an institution, or do you develop it by through your own ways, I guess. And the last thing I want to talk about today is dealing with creative burnout, because as you know, I'm a really creative person, and I don't usually deal with burnout that much, because ideas just flow in my head. I'm a natural in always coming up with new ideas, but it's only recently, in a recent project, that I was bombarded with a huge task, and what do you know, my creative genes were completely dead. And it was a weird experience, but I'll talk a bit more about that in today's video, and share maybe some tips and how I felt during that process, and what kind of things to be aware of. I guess it also helps for people who aspires to do anything creatively, because it's a problem that I've never ever faced before, actually, throughout doing music, doing YouTube, doing anything. Never really experienced creative burnout. It's my very first time, and I really like to share that really weird but interesting experience. Starting off with finding your passions. I think firstly, this is not the very first vlog I've been talking about finding your passions, which is why it took me so long to make a vlog about this. This topic was the first thing on my list to talk about in my next vlog, but I always pushed it really backwards, because I guess, to everyone, passion is different, and I by no means have the same passions as anyone else, so I can only just give some of my opinions on what I think passion is, and how to find passion in your life. And firstly, I think based on my experience, there's two parts to discovering your passion. The first part is actually finding your passion, and this is more for, I guess, for people who don't really know what they are kind of passionate about. And to be honest, that was me in the last 2019. Before, about that time, like I knew basically like what I liked, but I didn't know the more solid things that I wanted to work on. And this made it really hard for me to focus on what to do in my life, and to develop, and yeah, made me confused of which passions to develop. So the second part is, I think, is if you discover your passion, is to do the passion. And I think I've only started that recently, probably like this year or the last few months, or I'm still on the way right now, because I think finding your passion is one part of the journey, but actually getting the work done and doing the passion is probably like 90% of the hardest part of it. But still, it is equally important to actually know what you like doing and what the passion is. And I personally, like, I have a lot of interests, and then so for many many months I brainstormed a lot of things that I like doing, and it ended up in a puddle of different things and interests. And I became overwhelmed because I feel like there's too much things that I want to do, and too many different things. And then like there was one point in my life that I wanted to design, like I wanted to be an interior designer. And then there's this other point in my life where I was like, oh, I want to be an event strategist. Like I wanted to host business events for people. And then it just became really, really confusing. And I think now if you are like me, which hopefully, I hope is not like that, but if you have lots of interests like me as well, a suggestion I would give is not to do everything at once, and to just do the things a few things that you enjoy the most at the beginning, and they're slowly, as you get used to it, you're slowly maybe even creatively combine these skills with some other skills. And if not, take your time to slowly keep working on it. But just as long as you don't quit, and as long as you don't give up on what you're doing, and just keep working on it every day, and just keep an open mind, and forgive yourself if you're slower. And there's been times like when I was making music at the beginning, I felt like I was getting nowhere in a lot of things, and I think this brings me to the next topic, which is music school. Okay, so music school, what happened in music school? Oh my gosh, that was ages ago, years ago. But I feel like so what was my first impression of music school when I went in? And I know, like, firstly, why did I pursue music? Because I just enjoyed it and I liked music, so I decided to just give it a try. It was more of those situations where I felt a calling and I just went, rather than something I thought really logical about. So I just went there, and like I tried some other things, so some other degrees I tried also, but in the end, I felt like I was most comfortable with learning music. And I had trouble. I'm a pretty slow learner because of my mental disability with my previous depression, and so I couldn't focus for a long period of time, and I had issues with learning. So I felt like music for me was pretty good, and I didn't feel as pressured, and that was only the first 2 years. So the first time I showcased my song, I still remember when I walked into the music room, and then we had to play a song that we wrote, like a demo song. And back then, like, mine was so bad, like all the quality. I was in my pajamas sitting in my bed and like recording it, and it was so bad. And I was so nervous because I had to play it in front of the whole class, but luckily the whole class was very, very supportive, and I was really, really happy that I had that strength to show everyone the song I wrote. And I remember I added in like Chinese elements into it as well. I wanted to make it the song was called Stairs, and then like basically I wrote about how I wanted myself to improve and just take the stairs up and just get up and improve. And I was a shy kid, but that's okay because I felt like in music school there wasn't many people. It wasn't as crowded as, you know, like marketing or like any other business subjects. So I felt like a lot of times I could just chill in my own bubble and just like sit and chill, because I was a very shy kid, and actually in real life I'm it might seem that I like talking a lot and stuff, but I'm actually really shy. So most of the time at music school, I would just do work and probably just bury my head down and just try to get all the stuff done. But that being said, it doesn't mean that there weren't any essays or readings that I didn't have to do. Like, there were essays and readings. First year wasn't that bad, but oh my gosh, I think the third year, this is the third year, yeah, the second and third year, especially the second year, things got really rushed, but it was still manageable. But I still remember I went to the library once at 9 a.m. and left there at like 6 p.m. trying to finish up an essay. So I mean, it's still academic, so like if you want to learn music in an institution, it's still academic. Like, they still expect you to do the work and do like schoolwork, and to like, no matter how hard you struggle with schoolwork, you still have to do it. And for me, who's someone who's already struggling with learning and sitting for long periods of time, that was difficult for me back then. But I don't think that was the most difficult, because I mean, for me, the most difficult was trying to overcome those weaknesses I had in music, and that included like production and the technical aspects of it. Yeah, the technical aspects of it. My teacher, I think, I had, like, most of the time I had good marks. My teachers were happy with me, and it was only, I think, last year or so I had like, my teacher suddenly, his expectations has grown like a lot, because like, as a music producer, they expect you that you already know things at a certain standard, and I didn't know. So most people already knew, but I didn't know because it was my weakness. Production, anything to do with production is my weakness. I'm more of a creative rather than a producer, and but that was an issue. So I had to study. I studied really, really hard. I struggled. I complained. I complained. I anxietied over it. I was anxious over it. I read articles. I wrote notes in class. I took screenshots in class when everyone else was like at their level. They were like doing gigs and everything. I had to bury my head down and just rewatch all the things I did not know in the lectures, and I just had to. It wasn't something like, okay, here you go, you can make a song now. It was more like, okay, I need to go back to this point because I have no idea what this point is talking about. And sometimes, like, for example, like compressing, like I didn't know what compressing really did, and like I still don't know. It's really complex, like, but just to get that thing in my head, I had to go back to that point like 10 times or 100 times or 50 times, or like had to re-question like, what the heck is this, what is this for? And like it's much deeper than I thought it would be, but it did get my, at least I got things a bit better than before. And it wouldn't have happened if I didn't get that push from music school. And I was lucky because I had honest teachers, and then like maybe some a bit too honest, and that was when my production skills went from like blah to okay, I'm starting to understand a bit of this. So but that was tough. Yeah, I struggled. I tried to keep my ears open on every single point in the lectures, and then try to go back through the notes and stuff, and like it was difficult. You sometimes yeah, that's the issue of learning any arts degree, especially with like a music degree, like an institution where you want to just like write music and stuff. You're probably not going to learn everything from people feeding you. You have to really rethink, and just it's a process. It's a building process. You have to really just go back and reflect a lot of times, and you slowly get there. But yeah, you definitely learn a lot of things. But regardless whether you choose a music course or not, don't let anyone tell you what you should do or what you should not do, even if they are a professional, because professionals are humans as well. They might know what's best from their experience, but that's only their experience. So don't choose a music course just because someone good at music says like, oh, if you don't take that, your music level or skills won't get up to won't get well or anything like that. I think that's if you understand, I'll give you like an analogy. So they know what to do to catch fish, but they don't know why you want to catch the fish. So in the end, you still won't get what you want. Lastly, I want to quickly talk about creative burnout and what happens, because so I've had my very first creative burnout the last 2 weeks, and it was working on a demo thing. Yeah, it was working on a demo, and what happened was that I had a lot of pressure, and I had to write, produce, and post-produce a altogether it would be 30 minutes worth of music. And so that was due. I had to do all of that within 2 weeks. And then like what happened? was that I had my very first creative burnout, and I never had it ever in my life before, in music or in anything else. Never ever. Okay, here's how it felt like. It felt like there was water in my brain. Like, so I told my brain to do these few things and to get this idea out onto the DAW, or get these lyric ideas down and make them into a melody or something, and just do something. And it felt like I couldn't process anything. So that was basically what happened. Just sweet moon bubble.x has stopped functioning. that was what it actually felt like. Let me just get a bit of water. Yeah, that's what it felt like. And why that happened, I have no idea. Probably because 30 minutes worth of high quality to make a 30-minute high quality, like high level demo within 2 weeks, under like, I had a really, really busy schedule as well. I have like tons of other assignments to do. So I had my burnout. It was weird. It was a very weird burnout. Like, I had many ideas in my mind, but it was clogged. Like, I couldn't get any of the ideas down anymore because it was my very first creative burnout. How did I deal with it? Okay, so firstly, I made the biggest mistake and stupidly blamed myself for not being able to think of anything when everyone else could. And the more I blamed myself, the more I didn't do anything and ruined more of what I could have done. And so then I took a break for a few days. So I didn't work on any music at all for a good few days. And that was when my mind finally is off and I'm finally not that anxious anymore over it. I was able to get something out. But even when I got something down, it did not sound right. It did not sound like it was a song. It just sounded like I just thought whatever I could and put it down. And I felt like it didn't mean that much to me. And so I think this is something, creative burnout is something we can't avoid. And it's something that creatives must face one day, and I don't think we should blame ourselves so much, and I think we really shouldn't push ourselves when we really can't think of anything. So my suggestion for anyone or me who's doing any more future projects is to stop what you're doing whenever you're having a creative burnout, because there's no way in the world when your brain has turned into water that you could put anything more. And it's not healthy for you as well, because creative burnouts are literally just your brain telling you that they can't work it out anymore because you need a break. So yeah, and so that's all I want to talk today. And if you have any more questions, please leave a question down in the comment below. And if you're new to my channel, please consider giving this video a thumbs up, and subscribe to me if you want to listen to new covers or other vlog videos. I'm trying to make more videos, and trying to also give some, like, I don't know, share advice and stuff. What to look forward to is that I'm having a Christmas live, so I'm performing a kind of short Christmas performance live on my Twitch channel in 2 weeks. The first week of December. I think it's the 11th of December, and I'm gonna record down that live, so don't worry if you missed it or anything, but I'll put my I'll put the I'll just upload the Twitch video onto this channel. And I'm so excited. It's gonna be my very first Christmas live. And what else is that? I am probably going to post a few more vlogs of me just exploring the city with some friends, or maybe some celebrations, because it's almost Christmas, and I know I usually post a lot of stuff on Christmas just to get into the holiday spirit. But yeah, I hoped my suggestions had helped you a lot, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon in the next video.